Hello, my name is Jafet, and today I'll be discussing three marketing theories with IKEA in focus. I'll be discussing the STP model, Porter's five forces, and carrying out a PESTLE analysis of IKEA. Summarily, I'll be analyzing these marketing theories, the relevance and critique of said theories in relation to IKEA's marketing strategy and position. IKEA is a multinational furnishing company with a business idea to offer a wide range of well-designed, functional home furnishing products at a price so low that as many people as possible will be able to afford them. As a business firm, IKEA first opened its stores in 1958 in Sweden, and since then it has grown to 456 IKEA stores in 62 markets. Currently, IKEA employs over 231,000 co-workers and is boasting over 44.6 billion euros in sales in the year 2022. Now, the STP. The STP is an acronym for segmentation, targeting, and positioning. It's a three-step model that examines your product or service as well as the way you communicate their benefits to a specific customer segment. The importance of the STP is that it can identify the most valuable customer segment and create products and marketing communication that target said segment. This helps to create engaging, personalized marketing campaigns that convert visitors to customers at a high rate. In segmentation, the main goal is to create various customer segments based on specific criteria and traits that you choose. The four main types of audience segmentation include geographic segmentation, which is dividing your audience based on the country, region, state, province, etc. The demographic segmentation, which constitutes dividing your audience based on the age, the gender, the educational level, occupation, etc. Behavioral segmentation, which is dividing your audience based on how they interact with your business. This is what they buy, how often they buy, what they browse. And finally, psychographic segmentation, which is dividing your audience based on who your potential customer is. That has to do with the lifestyle, the hobbies, the activities, and their opinions, etc. Targeting. Targeting determines which of the segments are most likely to generate a desired conversion. Your ideal segment is actively growing, has high profitability, and has a low cost of acquisition. We have to consider the size, which is how large your segment is, as well as its future growth potential. We have to consider profitability, which is which of the segments is willing to spend the most money on your product or services, and the reachability, which is how difficult it will be for you to reach each segment with your marketing efforts. That entails considering customer acquisition costs for each segment as against the others, because the higher the customer acquisition cost, the lower the profitability. In positioning, the business chooses how to market and communicate products to specific audience segments using the information gleaned from segmentation and targeting. IKEA's low prices on stylish furniture is the primary reason the company has expanded and made a global presence. IKEA extends customization, flexibility, and a mix and match furniture model. It effectively combines the elements of affordability and sustainability in its marketing strategy to ensure success. IKEA applies a mono-segment positioning because it appeals to the needs and wants of a single customer segment that is cost-conscious and prefers value for money. It's also adaptive in its positioning because it believes in periodically repositioning products and services to adapt to changes in customer preferences, because as we know, the market is constantly moving and preferences and trends tend to affect people's taste in products. The PESTLE analysis. Many external factors affect business growth or decline. Therefore, companies need to ensure their success by understanding these important external factors and taking them into account in order to achieve a better result than their competitors. PESTLE reflects the name of 6 segments of the general environment, namely the political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and the legal segment. The political. As a result of high levels of economic uncertainty due to political matters, IKEA is just one of the string of companies being hit by the impact of this current supply chain crisis. The Swedish retail company has said more than 10% of its products are affected by shortages. IKEA has increased prices on some UK products after being confronted by higher import costs following the sterling slump since the Brexit vote. As IKEA imports a lot of its products from overseas, it has experienced an increase in cost of production by 13.7%. To keep its range accessible and affordable to many, IKEA absorbed most of these costs, increasing prices just by 3.6%. This is a clear example of the political impact on the market and the economy. Prior to entering any market, understanding its social and cultural factors is important. In addition to the social trends, is also an important factor to consider and can have a deep impact over sales. When there is a trend of a particular style in the market, the brand should focus upon that trend to compete in the market. This is actively demonstrated in IKEA's adaptive positioning strategy. Technology. In 2022, IKEA's online channel hosted about 4.3 billion visitors, down from about 5.1 billion visitors in 2021. Store sales grew mainly in Europe, where lockdown were most severe at the time. Online sales were 10% lower in 2022 compared to 2021. IKEA upscaled its online business platform to meet the marketing style and restrictions imposed by COVID-19 pandemic and boost performance in 2021. This is an example of the utilization of technology in marketing. The legal factors. Legislation in various countries affects companies operating within them. Protective legislations and standards may vary from country to country. The 1979 UK Sale of Goods Act is a clear example of a legal tool that impacts companies such as IKEA operating within the UK. The implications of such are very vast and vary, including resultant legal battles over consumer rights, fines, damages, and court injunctions initiated by third parties. Employee protection acts are also part of legislative issues that could affect operating companies. IKEA needs to follow the labor laws of said countries where they are setting up manufacturing units. Since IKEA operates in over 62 jurisdictions, it needs to make itself familiar with the labor laws and the legal factors present in these various jurisdictions. The environmental factors. With the present global push towards climate change and awareness, IKEA's ambition is to become a climate positive business by 2030. To get there, IKEA is shifting to a circular business model. This means using more renewable and recycled materials, striving to eliminate waste in operations and changing the way IKEA designs its products as a whole. IKEA is committed to regenerating resources and protecting the ecosystem and to improve biodiversity in its operations. What are 5 forces? The framework identifies 5 forces in the microenvironment that drive competition and threaten a company's ability to make profit. Porter's tool sets a higher focus on the external environment in comparison to the traditional SWOT analysis. The goal of the 5 forces framework is not only to assess industry's profitability and attractiveness, but also to comprehend the underpinnings of competition and the root cause of profit making in a business. First of all, the bargaining power of suppliers. The bargaining power of IKEA suppliers is quite low because while their number is large, their small size and weak financial position does not offer them enough power. IKEA can easily switch from one supplier to another, whereas if the supplier loses business from IKEA, it can be a different story altogether for that supplier. As a result, IKEA gets to set the rules of the game and its suppliers are required to follow. IKEA has launched a code of conduct for its suppliers called the Highway. It has formed rules related to child labour, discrimination, minimum wages, and a safe working environment. The suppliers must comply, otherwise they can be removed. In this way, you can see that between IKEA and the suppliers, the brand has the upper hand. Secondly, the bargaining power of the buyers. Customers across all industries are more empowered in the 21st century. Apart from increased competition, technological growth has brought about this change. The balance is now tilted in favor of the customers because the customers now have a say. IKEA also focuses heavily on marketing and promotion. While its pricing strategy is made to suit the customer, it is also focused on digital marketing and e-commerce for a better shopping experience. Overall, the bargaining power of the buyers can be understood to be moderate. The factors that moderate the bargaining power of the buyers are the lower prices, the good quality of IKEA products, and the firm's marketing strategy. The threat from substitute products. Through the years, IKEA has built a reliable brand image, but the level of trust between the customers and the brand is high. Its affordable pricing strategy and its customer services also gone a long way to moderate the threat from substitute products. However, the most important factor is the availability of the large range of products under one roof. Very few of the competitors in the international market offer a very wide range of products. Based on all these factors, including the popularity of IKEA and its products, the threat from IKEA substitutes gets minimized. Threat from new entrants. There are several players in the home furnishing business, but mostly small players. If a new brand enters the market, it will take time, effort, as well as investment to go to a large brand and grab large market shares, such as IKEA's market share. From infrastructure to human resources to innovation and strategy, all of this can be time consuming and they require a major investment. Thus, the barriers to entry into the market are low, but there are still some major barriers in the way of becoming a large and well-known brand. These factors minimize the threat from new players, keeping it to low or moderate. Apart from the home furnishing brands that compete directly with IKEA, the supermarkets and the brand stores also sell home furnishing products and pose a competitive threat to IKEA since they have an advantage in terms of proximity to the customer. IKEA's popular and reliable image its marketing strategy, and other factors like affordable pricing have helped it gain a large customer base. These factors act to moderate the competitive threat from other brands.